Hi everyone, my name is Palesa and this is the Truth Serum where we are going to be having Hi everyone, my name is Palesa and thank you for tuning in. This is the Truth Serum. We're going to be having a whole lot of hot topics. It's going to be fun. It's going to be tipsy. We're going to have blah. I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we're going to have a whole lot of hot topics that are, sometimes a little bit difficult to tackle. But, I personally feel like I want to talk about these things and I want to provide a platform for anybody to speak freely, also respectfully. But because it can get a little bit tense or whatever, but it's still fun. Hence the drink, to just, be very honest and blunt and not too emotional either. So I saw a tweet recently. Well, we all know that it's Pride Month right now, and I want to say this is in honor of Pride Month, but I don't know how that's gonna sound, because it's like a bit of a sensitive situation thing or whatever. But I saw a tweet recently where somebody who I assume is a part of the LGBTQI community, is it let me just say, someone who is a part of the LGBTQ community posted something. I think it was earlier in the month, saying Jesus was the first homo to come out. So I don't know. Basically, that was the tweet. If you don't get what that means, basically Jesus rose from the dead 3 days after he was crucified on a cross and stuff. So he came out of that tomb, and homos are essentially human beings. What is it? Is it Homo sapiens or Homo whatever? But yeah, that's what he said. And when I first saw the tweet, I didn't really think much of it. I kind of just like, okay, let me just say, I honestly kind of thought, that's a little bit weird, but I'm just gonna let it go because whatever, people are people, and it's nothing serious. It could be nothing serious. Yeah, so then someone commented, I later saw the tweets on, somebody quoted the tweet saying, you guys, meaning LGBTQ community, can you guys become so disrespectful to other people, but the moment someone says something to you, you just want to die. When I saw that, I was like, okay, that's interesting. It's I think it is a little bit sensitive because the response to that quoted tweet was people saying, well, the LGBTQ community has been treated badly for so many years by religions, by people, by everybody. It was just a shunned community and what have you. But I don't know if we can run away from the fact that that statement was possibly disrespectful, considering the religion itself. Excuse me. Considering the religion itself, we all know that Christianity, it kind of, I don't want to say speaks against homosexuality, but there is something there about it. But at the same time, that very same religion teaches love for all things and everything and everybody. So it's like, it also teaches us that, it's not really our place to judge. We also learn that, certain laws and rules are like, have been like changed or abolished ever since Jesus died on the cross. Anybody can, love Christ and be whatever that they want to be, and no judgment should be passed, especially by us. So it's like, it is, in fact, actually, I don't think it's a tricky situation. It's just like, it's just nobody's place to judge as long as you have a relationship with God. But that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about here is the way that, the LGBTQ community and everybody else kind of interact with each other. And also if a certain level of disrespect or, I don't know, certain opinions is warranted between these two communities. So I did feel like it's possibly, yeah, it's a weird thing. Now I'm mumbling because I can't remember what I was saying. I guess the question I'm trying to pose is that should we let things go? You know, should we just be okay if you're not in that community? Should we be okay with being discriminated? No, discriminate is a bit of a, it's too much. Like, should we just let things go? Like, even if it's wrong, should we let it go because of the history, because of how these people were treated before? Now it's starting to be normalized, and still people are finding it hard to accept that community. But it's like, I personally feel like we are moving in the right direction in terms of accepting people for who they are and just letting them be. But I also kind of feel that like, if somebody had to come at me, and I know that they are in the LGBTQ community, if they had to come at me and be disrespectful, I'm not gonna give you special treatment because you are part of that community that was so shunned. I just feel like, be respectful as a person, because you don't know my history, you don't know my past, you know what I mean? So you don't know me, so I don't feel like there's a need to kind of let things go like that. I think that sometimes it really needs to be addressed, also kind of depending on what it is. Because at the end of the day, religion, I think any religion has like serious flaws, you know what I mean? It's like, for example, how can I put this? Beyonce has fans. She has the Beehive, right? They defend Beyonce to like the greatest level, but some of them are violent. You know what I mean? People send out death threats to other people and whatever just because Beyonce didn't like something. But those people's opinions don't necessarily reflect who Beyonce is. So the same thing with religion. A lot of the stuff that people say and do not actually reflect that religion. I'm Christian, and I believe that it's not my place to judge. I'm gonna love you no matter what. I'm gonna treat you with respect, no matter what orientation you want. But if you come at me and I don't know, something's going on with you, and you disrespect me like that, I don't think that's something that I can just take, you know what I mean, and be okay with. And another point that I do want to raise, I don't know if I can say that I'm in the LGBTQI community, because especially now that it's Pride Month, I'm like learning a whole lot of new things. I'm learning that there's allies and, stuff like that. So, and I don't know if, like, as a person, if you were once, a part of that, you're still considered that. But anyway, I've been seeing conversations, and I've also had conversations with people who are in the community who talk about the hate and the judgment that happens within that community itself, and like without outside influences. So for example, if you say that you're bisexual, you're kind of judged by everybody else because it's like, you don't know who you are, or whatever situation it is. Like, there's a whole lot of that, and people don't like to speak on it. And I'm not sure if I do have like a foot to stand on, because I'm not necessarily in a part of that community, but it is something that that I've seen personally when I was younger and I was in a questioning phase, and I was trying to figure out where I am, what I like, and what I want and stuff like that. I did experience a whole lot of, what can I say, judgment, or whatever, because I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, I was attracted to girls, and I was attracted to guys, and like, I was, trying to figure it out. And when I met other people who were either like, they know what they want, or whatever, it's like, yeah, you're not really worthy, you know what I mean? You can't be a part of us, you can't sit with us type of situation. So that's from my personal experience. I don't know what else happens, but from what I've heard from people that I've spoken to, from stories that I've seen online and everything, it just seems like there is something underlying that is happening. It's like, it's weird. But yeah, That's all I wanted to talk about. That's all I wanted to say. Essentially, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, do you be kind. You don't know what's happening in anybody's life. You don't know. So whatever the past is, it happens, and there are people who are horrible and they do horrible things, but be kind and also stand up for yourself, but always be kind. I don't think, it costs anything to be kind or whatever. So yeah, that's it. I'm tipsy and I'm done. Bye. With everything being said, I'm also saying what I'm saying based on my experience, number one, based on things that I see. But I'm also a person that is learning. So please, let's engage, talk about this, tell me where I'm wrong, add on it, and whatever else. Remember, be kind, but let's talk about it. Let's share what I want to see and learn different perspectives. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, do the things.